to like feel the record and not get freaky and, you know.
Drink her water and clear her throat.
I put lipstick on, so, you know, feeling great.
Ooh, I have an excuse to wear eyeliner. Yay.
I know. We did a happy hour call 2 weeks ago with Art Share called A Reason to Groom. And it was great because like one person showed up like clearly hair and bun, like just not ready. And I was like, girlfriend, go put lipstick on. Like that's the whole point of this.
Oh my gosh.
She was not happy. Okay, hi everyone. I'm Cheyanne, the director of Art Share, and I'm so happy to be here today with Victoria Carrillo. She has been participating in the virtual gallery every day, and so we wanted to bring you kind of behind the scenes of what the artist behind the madness. So I'm going to turn it over to you. I'm going to turn it over to you to just share a little bit about yourself and your career, and then we'll dive through your Instagram page.
Sure, sounds fun. So I actually full-time, I do production audio for a living, so I'm currently unemployed, and I get my bread and butter that way, so to speak, but I've been allowing myself to dive into what butters my bread these days on my off time. So I've been diving more so into painting again. My partner got me an easel for Christmas, which was an awesome gift because my other one was about 15 years old and looking really, really sad after being outside and worked on over the years. So having that tool and everything just, you know, helped.
Yeah, what perfect timing to get a new easel.
I know, seriously. Who would have thought? So yeah, just been diving back into that stuff as well as music, and I have all this like backup songs that I haven't recorded that I've been
No, we lost you. Vic, I lost you real quick. There you are.
Oh, there you are. Great. I don't know what happened, but I can take it back forever because I know it's editing and all that hoopla.
Yeah. Where were you? Oh, you have. If you could say you have a lot of backlog of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of backlog of just songs I've been working on over the years that I'm like finally taking the time to record and put some time into, and it's nice kind of putting things that I forgot I was passionate about that I pushed on the back burner for so long and actually have a chance in life to put it on the front burner again. So that's what I've been doing.
How are you staying motivated through all this and not just laying on the couch or eating, you know, barbecue chips on your stomach all day?
Yeah. So something I noticed is that a lot of people have said how the news has been affecting them in a really negative way emotionally, and I totally understand that because it's a lot of negativity at once to handle, you know. And I try to see the silver lining or the information in things that I feel like, you know, maybe should be shared, or, you know, a voice that needs a preamp, you know. Mm-hmm. So I get subscriptions to The Economist and some other papers, and I do a lot of collage art on like things that are happening very now and currently, and just time and newspapers adding up, that keeps me motivated to keep cutting.
So you're almost taking like what's happening today and processing that through your art, so you're able to digest what's happening while you're outputting.
Exactly, without crying my eyes out or being in a slew of depression.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Well, let me share the screen and show your Instagram page. So you are The Dead Mama, all one word, lowercase. And so here are some of your pieces that you have created and you have also submitted to ArtShare. So describe one or two of these pieces. And I love this picture of just all of the canvases stacked up. That's probably my favorite.
Oh, yeah, it's time passing by and me trying to report on it in my own way. It adds up time. Um, and I take a lot of things that I find on the street. Like I have a lot of books that I found on the street that were just going to waste, and I try to recycle things.
Mm-hmm.
And something I found was this book full of sheet music, and I've been using that in some of my pieces, recycling that. I found some chemistry books and some other things, and finding even old textbooks that have been outdated, but some, core things that are timeless, like, E will always equal MC squared. That will never change,
Yeah.
and it's allow that to be in my art as well as, maybe some newer things like there's a piece that you're about to scroll by that's on a piece of wood.
Yes.
And that is with an article about the coronavirus from The Economist, and as well as it is layered on top of something from a textbook that's decades old from an old chemistry textbook. So it's
Wow.
kind of weave the moments in time together, like when I see them in my own way, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Ooh, Anatomy of a Killer. That's gorgeous.
Thanks. Yeah, it's a scary one, but I try to not cry about it and try to make something beautiful out of it instead. So
Yeah, it's definitely working. So is ArtShare a part? Oh, and here's your new easel. Sexy.
Yeah, that's where I've been hanging out on the days that aren't raining. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad to have the space that I'm living in. Like, it's been keeping me so mentally sane.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, I'm thankful every day, and I'm also cognizant every day of people who don't have a safe house, but it's, I'm really
I can't imagine what it's like to be homeless right now. It's just being alarmed on such a current regular basis. Like, oh my goodness.
And you think about people whose lives are already in crisis every single day, and to add a worldwide crisis on top of that is beyond mind-boggling for me to comprehend.
If you can survive this homeless, you can survive, I think, anything, because you're just going to be indestructible, and have so much perseverance.
Yeah, it's truly amazing.
Yeah.
So I would love to scroll through and share with people some of the jewelry that you used to make way back in the day. And so this really, your work on top, kind of the current stuff where you're creating collage, there's a playful wispiness to it from the outside, but once you dive into it, there's kind of a macabre, a lot of like dark themes. And then when I scrolled down to your teeth jewelry, it started making sense. So tell me about that thread through your work.
I guess there's so many things that are so human that I guess are overlooked. And a lot of things that are looked at as odd or ugly or dark or frowned upon or looked at as beautiful per se are overlooked, and I embrace those things that I find are beautiful, which is all this stuff like goat skulls, and I have about half a dozen of them in my freezer that I need to work on, that I'm glad I finally have the time off to work on. But as bizarre as that might sound, like, that is beautiful to me. It's bringing something and preserving something and bringing life back into it. And that's what a lot of my collage art is. It's doing justice to people who have passed away, and bringing life back to, these storylines. And like these human teeth pieces I make were each from different people, from real people. And I can't even imagine the stories that those teeth carry,
Yeah, truly. I definitely need one of those pins. Those are gorgeous.
Oh, I'll mail you one.
Yeah, definitely. I'll reach out. So I'm interested, and I'm gonna keep scrolling down so people can see the rest of your work. And I can't wait till you pull out the goat skulls from the freezer and incorporate them into the daily prompts that ArtShare is giving. But I wanted to just chat with you about how is ArtShare, or is ArtShare helping with your motivation? How do we kind of fit into your day-to-day routine?
I love that art share is making it like very obvious and important that participating in the art community is so important, because it absolutely is. You are only as strong as your community, and it's so important to critique work, to share work, to embrace work, because it just makes all of our art stronger, makes all of our voice stronger, you know. And ArtShare really cares about just making everybody's voice, especially people who aren't being heard all the time, heard, you know. And it just motivates me and inspires me to keep going, because it makes it feel like, wow, maybe somebody actually might be listening to me, you know.
That's awesome. Well, we've been so moved by your just your involvement, and you're not posting stuff from the past. You're really diving into current stuff.
Yeah,
I don't want to
all of this has been made within this year, like all the collage art for sure. Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, I definitely want to leave enough room for you to do all your other stuff. So please, keep sharing that stuff as well, and we'll share that when it fits. And I think we're going to start pushing the daily prompts for people to respond, not just with visual arts, but also with performing arts and with material arts and sculptures. So I would love to see.
And I play. I want an excuse to use.
Nice. I love it. Well,
yeah.
In the vein of that, I would love to give you the opportunity to announce a daily prompt, to come up with an idea and share it here, and we will share it with our community.
Oh my gosh, really? Right now?
Right, right now. Come up with a theme.
Okay. The first word that comes to my head is obscure.
Obscure?
Obscure.
I love it. That's perfect. We'll definitely share that. And I think that would lead really well into sculpture or some sort of found object.
Yeah.
Early on.
So many 3D artists too that do so many cool things. There's one artist that I've been seeing who's unfortunately named, I can't remember, but I can send you his information after this. But he's been doing like butterflies on frame, but whole sculpt and like do paint on them.
Wow.
Like there's so many crossover, interesting blends going on, so many fun fusions, you know?
Yeah. I've definitely, as we were talking about news and how heavy it is, I'm finding myself really searching out and partaking in the culture that's being created right now. And I know we're kind of inundated with exercise classes and DJ happy hour and, all of these things.
Has been doing some cool exercise things. After the apocalypse, it's been so much fun.
Awesome. Yeah, do you have any recommendations?
Oh, Alice Bag, she's been doing videos to work out for the apocalypse to like punk music, and man, she's just a hoot and a half. I was watching a documentary from 1980 last night, and she's just in a pink dress on stage wailing away like as if it's today. Like she's just somebody that's never changed that I just can't help but adore.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's a recommendation.
Nice. Recommendation from the dead mama. We'll take it. Well, thank you. Thanks for doing this with me. I appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you. Is there anything else that you would like to know, or that you care to share or want to talk more about, or anything? Anything like that?
I would love to. I'll sign this off, and then.